Hi, welcome to this afternoon game from the World Ice Hockey Championships 2015 edition. We are looking at the dressing rooms of the USA, who will be going up, as we saw just before, against Slovenia. It's a Group B game, preliminary round game, coming from Ostrava, Czech Republic, Cesarina. Let's have a look at the standings. Russia tied right up in the top there with the Finns and the Americans. The Americans desperately want a win to get a bounce up into the top spot. Slovenia, obviously we're going to have a look at their lineup. Robbie Kristan has been doing an excellent job between the pipes for the Slovenians so far throughout this tournament. Number 11, Ante Kopitar, comes in from the LA Kings. As we have a look at the Slovenian side, has a lot of talent, a lot of experience at this tournament. Muzic as well, along with Gulicic. I'm not here by myself. I'm joined with, he's known in certain circles as Hip Hop P.
Patrice Lefebvre.
All right. And now let's have a look at the Americans. Connor Helbusik and Alex Lyon. He comes in, he's a fresh addition coming in from, guess where he comes in from?
I'll say Harvard.
Close, Yale. Okay. Yale University is represented by Alex Lyon, and Harvard by Jimmy Vesey, number 19, amongst others. Lots of college talent on this team. What do you think about your friend, Todd Richards, the head coach of the USA, bringing all this college talent?
Well, I think the USA system program is doing a good job. Just like Team Canada this year, a lot of young players and giving some college kids a chance, especially Jack Eichel is going to be one of the top 2 draftees in the next NHL draft with a lot of talent.
We see Slovenia making its way onto the ice surface. We saw it before. The Americans are getting ready. Here they're coming. And we had a look there at the captain for Slovenia is Tomáš Ratzinger, number 9. While the captain for the American side, he plays for the Edmonton Oilers, is Matt Hendricks, number 23. There is Kopitar. There's kind of 2 Kopitars involved with the Slovenian team. One on the ice, one behind the bench, right?
Absolutely.
The head coach.
Father and son.
That's right. Slovenia, the head coach is Kopitar.
Matza Kopitar.
As we have a look at one of the new additions, Charlie Coyle, number 33 for the American side. He plays his hockey with the Minnesota Wild.
Recently just eliminated against the Chicago Blackhawks.
As we have a look at the reffing crew and the 2 captains now, Hendricks and Ratzinger, exchange cordialities with the reffing crew. Who's going to be between the pipes for these 2 teams? Do you think they're going to go with usual Kristan and Helbusik?
I think Kristan, yes. I probably think Helbusik as well. Or I think no, I think Leon with the new addition against Slovenia. Give him his berth right away of the international level.
Give him his.
No, I was wrong.
It's Helbusik. You were going for the baptism by fire.
Exactly. I thought, it's Slovenia, unfortunately, and I said maybe it's good baptism for him to jump in right away, but they're going with the more experience right now from Helbusik.
Helbusik. Big boys standing in those nets. As we've seen, a lot of teams to get by these big goalies have been going, as you say, east to west action, moving that puck, forcing those goalies to move. That forces them to open up some of that ice surface. Look at Helbusik. Look how much space he occupies in that net. That's number 37 for the Americans.
Absolutely. That's why those big guys, now you got to move the puck really quick. Like I've said, east-west, and then try to make them open, make them the first move.
Okay, we are coming up. We are ready for the opening face-off. Here in Ostrava, Czech Republic, Slovenia, USA. That's the Dylan Larkin, number 21. He could not get the opening face-off. Well, we get a quick stoppage, as we see out there. He's joined by number 27, Falk, amongst others. There we have a look at the head coaches. Kopitar, head coach for Slovenia, and Todd Richards, the head coach for the American side. We redo that opening face-off. Kopitar gets the face-off for the Slovenian side. In fact, he pops that puck deep down into the American zone. It's picked up by Falk. He wastes no time working it over to the side. And I believe, let's have a look. I believe that was number 33, Charlie Coyle. He's getting his baptism right away, getting out onto the ice surface, if that is number 33 out there. Number 33, right in. Falk comes deep down. He tries to get it over to Lee. Anders Lee does get it. He works it out to the point. Falk, wrist shot, goes off a shin pad out into the mid-ice area. Falk just throws it right back, and both teams, again, going for these quick changes. As we see the Slovenian side getting Ziga Jeglish, number 8, amongst others, are out there. They're they have their D-man, Blaz Gregoric, number 15, gets himself organized, lets his side get organized as they throw out Mursak, Jan Mursak, amongst other people. Some of the fans thought there should have been a penalty be called there, as they let their discontent be known. There's Brock Nelson, number 29. He's got a couple of excellent goals for the American side in this tournament so far, as the Americans bring the pressure down onto the Slovenian side. There's a shot. Christian got it, let a bit of a rebound out there. It's picked up by big number 22, Lewis, Trevor Lewis. He's been getting a lot of ice time throughout this tournament. That was Jack Eichel throwing it out to the point. Long wrist shot coming in on Christian, number 33. He squeezes it as we have a look at Seth Jones, number 3. He's a point man. There is Charlie Coyle, as we said, from the Minnesota Wild.
Just seen before, again, Jack Eichel with the puck. A lot of boys, just makes the game look so easy. Makes great plays. Look, I've been playing professional for 20 years. You
know who he there's a quick shot onto Christian. Again, we're going to get another face-off. You know, Jack Eichel, in a certain way, coming from Boston University, we're going way, way back. You know who he reminds me a bit of? Wayne Cashman. They used to say Wayne Cashman had that he just made it look easy. Another slap shot from the American point. Christian squeezes it. That was coming in from Connor Murphy, the big number 5. Yeah, reminded me a little bit. That goes way back. We're going back to the 1970s Boston Bruins. That does reveal a little bit about myself.
I remember seeing play as well.
The puck comes out to the point. The Americans waste no time throwing it right back into the Slovenian side. It is picked up Bonino, Nick Bonino, battling it out in the point with, amongst others, Rodman, Marcel Rodman, and Vidmar, Luka Vidmar, a D-man for the Slovenian side. That puck is thrown right back in by Moore, John Moore Jr., number 17. The teams battle for the puck along the ice, along the boards. He's Matt Hendricks gets pushed right into the boards, and the Slovenian side does get the puck down the ice surface. Helbusic holds it there, handing it off to John Moore Jr. Brings it up to the mid-ice area, tries to dump it in. Quick turnover for the Slovenians. And that puck is thrown in and followed up by Ziga Jeglish. Here comes the USA. Arcobello trying to work it in from the point. He throws it over to long slap shot coming in. I think that was from Falk from the point. That's from Krog, the other snap shot coming in. It's picked up by the Slovenians. The Slovenians can ill afford to get into a big skating game or try to let the Americans get that suffocating pressure onto them.
It's got to be tough mentally for Slovenia. I haven't had a point in this tournament so far, so.
Jan Mursak trying to get something going for the Slovenian side. The Americans say no, and they throw out, amongst others, big number 90, Anders Lee. Here's Anders Lee with a 2-on-1 for the States. Lee takes a snapshot. Christian gets a piece of that. Anders Lee, he is with the New York Islanders organization.
Absolutely, good play by defenseman there. right in the middle, leaving the shot to the goalie. A little bit of fortunate there by Christian. Good shot by Lee.
Anders Lee, he's saying, I just about had that. We get a resumption of play to the right of Christian in the Slovenian side. The puck comes out to number 6, Mike Riley. Oh! Opportunities, multiple opportunities for the Americans in front of the Slovenian net. They keep the puck behind Christian, the Slovenian goalie. There comes the shot coming in from Lewis.
Oh.
Goal! USA! Brock Nelson! Goal! USA! Brock Nelson. He opens the scoring here. 1-0 USA over Slovenia.
Great pressure by USA and great pass behind the net by Connolly. I think it's number 6. Makes a great pass going left to right. Right behind here. We said a couple of chances before by Eichel. Here's a little pass behind the net. Reverse right back to the D. Shot. Rebound. Riley pass from the other side. Goalie's got to make sure he's looking for that puck. A great pass. Easy goal for Netzel.
Now look at the goalie, Christian. He thought the play was going to continue over to his left-hand side. That type of situation must drive goalies crazy.
That's why you like to tell your players to play behind the net a lot, because the goalie, it's hard for him to follow the puck, and it's hard for the defenseman to follow what you're doing.
And then oftentimes you can throw the defensemen into a bit of a tizzy, because sometimes you cause a confusion because the one defenseman doesn't know which one should be picking him up, right? Here comes Slovenia. That puck goes across Helbusik's crease off to his left-hand side. That was a good chance for Razingar, the captain of the Slovenian side. Slovenia does not seem to be phased by taking that goal. Nick Bonino whips it out to the point.
Good save.
Good save from that slap shot from Matt Hendricks, the American captain. And Ziegler bringing it down on the far side of the ice surface. He drops it off for Urbas, Jan Urbas. He moves it over to Kopitar from the point.
Oh!
Urbas, I believe, tipped that just wide. Slovenia keeps the puck into the American zone. Puck is bouncing around in front of Helbusik. Eventually, I believe that is Jimmy Visay trying to get that puck out of the American zone. Yeglish dragging the puck behind the American net. And eventually we see Kovacevic, number 86 for the Slovenian side, having it over to his D-man companion, Robar. Kovacevic throws it up to Panch, Zika Panch. Riley, I believe, number 6. Yeah, that is Mike Riley. Mike Riley plays his hockey usually with the University of Minnesota, one of the college guys being brought over here by Todd Richards.
So some good pressure right before that by Slovenia. A couple good deflection, good pressure. Fortunately, no chance for them. Oh,
nice setup by number 39, Mursak, getting it over to Panch, Zika Panch.
Great play by Mursak coming in wide, looking for a patch. Zika Panch in the slot area, but good save by Helbusik.
As we have a good look at Brock Nelson, number 29, sitting on the bench. He is sitting beside his captain Hendricks, and to we're going to have a look again at his goal. Brock just gets into the right position. Notice that Brock gets his skates outside of the crease, huh?
Absolutely.
Right there, he's on the edge of the crease. Why are we talking about that? Because in this entire tournament, we have seen the referees being extremely strict about encroachment into the crease area. They've taken away some goals from teams, and oftentimes they will stop the play for a crease encroachment and move the ensuing face-off outside of the team that was under attack.
Absolutely, really strict this tournament.
We will get a resumption of play in the American zone to the right of Helbusik. Slovenians do win that. They get it out to the point. Looking for a long wrist shot coming in through a lot of bodies. It was tipped, but it goes wide. Play ensues. And it is brought out by Larkin, Dylan Larkin. Hangs on to it, takes a long wrist shot on Christian, and it goes off into Christian's right-hand corner. Lee can't catch up to it. Eventually, it is Stebeth. Oh, here comes the Americans.
Good save by Christian right there.
On Larkin. Big Anders Lee using his body to manhandle some of those Slovenian players. The puck is kept in by Moore, Johnny Moore Jr. Lee rotates it down into the Slovenian side, deep into their corner, where Pretnar, Clement Pretnar, right there, decides to work it out from behind his net. Fresh legs out on the ice surface. No icing, I believe. In fact, icing is waved off. And there's Krug, number 47. He's been having an excellent tournament. Here's an opportunity, possible opportunity for the Americans. That is the combo Nelson-Eichel. Krug tries to work it in front of the Slovenian net. Just rolls a little bit out of Trevor Lewis's reach. And the Slovenians send in their Rodman, or Marcel Rodman, number 22, to try and get possession of the puck and try to create some sustained pressure on the Americans as we are rolling up to about 11:40 left in the first. The teams exchange the puck in the mid-ice area. That's Kovacevic. Once again, moving it over, I believe, to Robar, excuse me. Yeglish trying to bring in some pressure. It's eventually picked up by Kopitar. He takes a long wrist shot, turned away by Helbusic into his right-hand corner. Americans pick up the puck, and they exchange it. It's Yeglish. Ziga throws it over to Kopitar. Slap shot, sharp angle slap shot coming in from Punch, Ziga Punch.
Great play by Hansi Kopitar right there, stealing the puck in the neutral zone. Really nonchalant play there by Eichel right before that. A great play there by Kopitar for Pants. Good shot, but good job by Helbusic to stay quick to the puck.
Here's the work between Lee and I believe that was Pretnar before. Just as an example of the battles that these teams get into in the corners. Puck is worked into Christian's right-hand corner. They look for the long stretch pass. The Americans turn it around.
Oh, good play.
Nice defensive play
by Ziga Pants.
Beautiful. It comes out to Mursak, Jano Mursak. Works it to the far side of the ice surface. Ogranjacek, Ken Ogranjacek, number 18 out there for the Slovenian side. In fact, it's Ogranjacek taking that one-timer. He picks up his rebound from the corner, looking for the cycle. And eventually it's Tikar moving over to the far side of the ice surface. Long slap shot coming in. What do you want to say?
Right there, the defenseman from Slovenia. You got three guys in front of the net. Instead of kicking the puck right away and wristing it to the net to make the puck go through, he winds it up for a slap shot so that the forward from USA is able to get in front of the puck and block it. So it's all about quick releases. You don't need to slap the puck all the time.
Bulicic, number 71, works it in behind the net. It's picked up by Verlic. He throws it right back down into the corner. Got a Muzic. Back to Verlic. As Ratzinger goes and steps up shop in front of the American net, but not for long, as the USA tries a quick breakout. Moore gets turned back. That's Arcobello. Throws it deep down into the corner for the new addition, Coyle. Nice shot from Visay, turned away by Christian.
Good play by Coyle. Using his body to protect the puck, make a good pass.
And as we say, that was number 19, Jimmy Visay. He comes in from Harvard U. Now, there's two teammates.
Absolutely.
Now, when you're playing on your same club team, those two players there, Lewis and Kopitar, throughout the season, as we get a resumption of the play, Slovenians bring it out into the mid-ice area. You have these players. Hal Busick gets the save there from that shot coming in from number 26, Urbas. When you have two players on the team throughout the year, they get to know each other, obviously.
Yes.
Right? So when they come up playing against one another, is it usually a standoff? Coaches really try and keep those players away from one another?
No, I mean, it's you respect your teammate, but at the end, it's a game. You got to play hard against your teammate, because then he's an opponent, so it's all about that.
Yeglish moves it out to the point. There was a slap shot coming deep down behind Hal Busick. It's in his right-hand corner right now. There's Krug trying to work it, trying on Urbas. It's eventually picked up by Ans Kopitar. Thrown at Hal Busick. It's turned away. Finally, it gets picked up and brought out, I believe, by Dylan Larkin. Both teams use the opportunity to get fresh legs out on the ice, but we get a stoppage in play.
Too many men on the ice.
Too many men on the ice.
Again.
This is not the first time that we have seen this happen in this tournament.
Absolutely.
And at this point in this tournament, they should have gotten these things worked out of their system, don't you think?
Yeah, especially right now. I mean, the bench is close to your hand, so second periods, sometimes it's more understandable because the bench is further, you're in the other end, but right now that's unacceptable right now.
Watch to the left of your screen. Geez, how many guys do they have on there?
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4,
8,
5.
9.
Okay, I agree with the ref on that call.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just unacceptable for players to do that right there in the situation.
And it's going to be Ziga Yeglish, number 8, sitting out that 2 minute, too many players on the ice penalty for the Slovenian side. And this is not what you want to hand. You do not want to hand a golden opportunity like this to the American side. As we get a resumption of play in the Slovenian side to the left of Christian. Puck pops down the ice surface. Hal Busick corrals it, leaves it for his D-man. USA on a power play. Brock Nelson tries to control that puck deep down in the Slovenian zone. They move it out to the point area. Krug drops it off for Jack Eichel. Lewis. Oh, almost a tip in. I think that was Falk coming in from the point.
Yes, great play.
The puck comes out to Eichel. Jack has it out to Falk. They move it back to Falk. Big slapper come from Falk. Goes wide. Eichel picks up the rebound. Moving it deep down into the point. Out to the point again. Falk. Back to Falk. Deep into the corner. There, we're looking for the tip-in again. Falk picks up that rebound, moves it over to Lewis. Lewis, number 22. Off to number 9, Eichel. Eichel throws across the ice surface. Christian, I think, got a piece of that. The puck bounces off of the ice, off the glass, goes down the ice surface. The Americans go for a long stretch pass down to Jack Eichel, trying to catch the Slovenians on a sloppy change on the fly. But eventually it's Bonino having it into Riley. They cannot keep the puck in the Slovenian end as we're coming up to 20 seconds left in the American power play.
So some good puck movement there on the first power play. Couple of chances for open netters, just missing the puck, the net wide.
And that is Robar trying to get the puck out of his own zone, but he cannot. The Americans keep it in. Seth Jones has it over to Riley. Riley looks to go east to west. Teams are back at full strength. Here comes Yeglish trying to get a fast break. He's handled by Bonino, I think it is. It's moved over to Riley. Riley whips it in around the boards. And it goes to Kristan's left-hand side. And that's Mark Arcobello. Under a bit of pressure, but he does keep it in the Slovenian zone. Slovenians eventually leave that off for their D-men. As they start moving it up, that was Pretnar. That was followed in by Golicic. But Visay comes up with the puck, moves it across the ice surface, and that's big number 5, Connor Murphy. He leaves it off for number 12, Ben Smith. And trying to get a fast break was Golicic. The Americans get themselves reorganized in the mid-ice area. They are content to throw it down the ice surface, and that's being hunted down there by Visay. As we're rolling up to about 4:30 left in the first, long shot down onto Helbusik. He moves it into his right-hand corner. It's eventually, it was eventually picked up by number 9, Ratzinger. There was a bit of an American hand getting onto that puck. Did you see that too?
Yeah, it's a hand pass, but it's in the zone, so it's okay. In their own zone, you can.
Okay. And an American player is down. As we see, that is number 26, Morin. Jeremy Morin, slow getting up off the ice. Verlish. Ratzinger coming in.
See the elbow right there.
That was
Captain.
A double whammy coming in.
Absolutely.
As it's known in the
That's unnecessary penalty right there.
In fact, there we go. Slovenia, its captain, Tomas Ratzinger, getting himself a roughing penalty. And we're talking about penalties are huge at this tournament. The Americans are just going to come right at you now.
Especially Slovenia, it's got no points. They're trying to survive, and they put themselves in trouble.
Falk works the puck back for his side. Krug leaves it off for him, over to Lewis. Lewis leaves it for Krug. Krug moves it up into the mid-ice area. Here comes Aiko. Aiko. Lewis is trying to jam it in. Eventually it comes to Brock Nelson, our goal scorer so far in this first period. He moves it over. Krug to Falk. Falk to Aiko. Aiko goes east to west. Big slap shot from Falk. Goal! Brock Nelson, number 2. Brock Nelson gets his second goal here in this afternoon game. As you look at him right there, number 29, he is Johnny on the spot.
Absolutely. Good puck movement again by USA. Jack Eichel making east to west pass to Krug. Krug back up to Falk for a one-timer. Deflection in front. Nelson's right there in front as the net front presence. Gets the rebound, goal. Here's that great pass from Eichel to Krug. Krug to Falk. There's a rebound. Open net, goal.
There's the slap shot coming in, Falk.
Hits Lewis right in front. Gets back right on the stick of Nelson.
Okay, goes Brock Nelson goes into Kristan's, puts that puck into Kristan's left-hand side.
Penalties.
We were just saying about that. Penalties. And here come the Americans again with a big Lee, Anders Lee, working it out, looking for another tip in. Now the Slovenian side has to be very, very careful here not to cave in, huh?
Yeah, it's if not, it's gonna be too easy for USA.
Okay, Seth Jones throws that puck just over the Slovenian blue line. In fact, we get a stoppage in play as we have a good look at Brock, the Rock, Nelson.
Well, that's where his position when he plays with the New York Islanders, always there in front of the net. That's how he gets most of his goals. And again, today in this, in this tournament, same position.
You know what? Brock the Rock makes it look easy too.
Absolutely.
It's all about position, your sense, right? Your hockey sense, knowing where to go.
Yeah, you got to be in front of the net. Things happen right there. Almost.
Kristan.
Yes.
The number 33, the Slovenian goalie, was a bit, well, a bit enthusiastic about coming a bit far out of his net. He almost got caught.
Absolutely.
Here comes the Slovenians looking to get the shot off. I believe that was one of the Slovenian players.
Number 8.
Number 8, Jeglish. Ziga?
Yes.
Ziga is still out there. He's trying to chase down that puck for the Slovenian side. Oh!
Nonchalant play right there by Seth Jones.
And it was almost Ziga who got in there. Kovacevic picks it up, getting it reworked for the Slovenian side. Jeglish tries to keep it in, and he does, forcing the Americans back. Krug, amongst others, work that puck out down the ice surface. Visay can't squeeze it. He goes to try and chase it down. And the Slovenians. This is a good opportunity here.
Oh.
Helbusic. Oh! Slovenia all of a sudden comes alive. They got the puck behind the American net. Throw it out to the point. Big slap shot coming in from Kovacevic. Number 86 right there. He forcing Helbusic to make a good save.
Good job by Helbusic to stay focused right there. Not a lot of action against him. And they're going to have some spurs where Slovenia is going to put some pressure. Going to have to put some chances in front of the net, and maybe they'll get lucky with one.
Okay, all of a sudden in these dying minutes here, it seems like Slovenia is coming alive. The puck bounces out, and Kranic cannot keep it in, so the Slovenians rework it. And the puck eventually is corralled by the Americans in their own zone. Brock Nelson out there again, along with Jack Eichel. They're looking for that tip in again over to Lewis. It's the Lewis-Nelson-Eichel combo, which is getting the results here in the first period. We're into the last minute, 50 seconds. The Americans looking for a quick turnaround. They're trying to get that third goal. It's over to Brock. Big slap shot from Brock. Drops it off for Eichel. Eichel waiting, working it around to the right-hand side of Kristan, the Slovenian goalie. Eventually, the Slovenians are able to force the Americans to cough up the puck. They bring it up to the mid-ice area and throw it down the ice surface as we're coming up to about 15 seconds left in the first. It's 2-0 USA over Slovenia. And the Americans have the puck behind their net. Eventually they're going to work it out a little bit as they give it to Moore. John Moore throws it down. That's it for the first period. USA, as we're having a look at Brock the Rock Nelson, he got both of the goals for the Americans. Both teams are off to their dressing rooms. We will be back in 15. Hi, we're getting ready to get back to that second period between Slovenia, as we see right here, in their predominantly blue jerseys, making their way back out onto the ice surface. The Americans will be back soon. As we see that there's the other Slovenian jersey that they have for this tournament here. The Americans are up 2-0. There he is. As we say, Brock the Rock Nelson gets 2 goals for his American side in that first period. And again, we come back to our same old discussion. What did we see the Slovenians get caught on with too many players on the ice, and their captain taking a bad penalty, which cost them directly a goal.
Absolutely.
Now, we know where Robbie Kristan is going to stay in the Slovenian net. You know, taking bad penalties, you know, sometimes you got to say, well, you know, be nice. Don't be so rough.
No, Christian's got nothing to be you worry about. He's been making some good saves, playing good hockey right there for them. It's just unfortunate. The second goal is a rebound, and the first one is behind the net play, left to right. And but the players in front of him definitely has got to help him more.
And Slovenia has to be very, very careful to not get in a situation, as we were saying before, not to get in a situation where they want to start opening it up too much with this American side, because I've seen that players like this, like Krug and Eichel, they've got the jets on them, and they can skate with some of the best teams in the world. You know, they can skate with Canada, they can skate with Russia, Finland, Sweden.
Absolutely, a lot of young bucks who are motivated and hungry.
As we have a look at Ziga Jegelesh. Number 8, he got a lot of ice time in that first period, as that fellow did right there, Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin is starting to get more ice time as this tournament has been going on. And in just a few seconds, we will be ready to get that opening face-off for this second period. In one of these closing preliminary round games, obviously Slovenia, there's Kopitar, gets the face-off for the Slovenian side. Slovenia has to start looking around, scrounging up points wherever they can, because Slovenia rolled into this tournament ranked number 14 in the world. Here comes Slovenia, bringing some early pressure onto the Americans, looking for that quick tip in. That puck eventually works its way back to Robar. I believe that was Jegelesh avoiding an offside. It eventually comes to Robar. He takes it upon himself to get his side organized. It comes over to Kopitar, Jegelesh.
Good try.
Throwing it right into the Kopitar. Kopitar was looking for a tip-in. Halbusic stops the puck behind his net. Eventually that puck does come to... I thought it was going to go to Falk, but it goes over to the other side to Lewis. And that's Bonino out there. Delayed offside against the Americans, waved off. As we get big number 26, Jeremy Morin, icing against Slovenia.
So you're on to Kopitar right there. He's the great rush right up the net, right here. Good little pass, almost a tip-in. Puck just jumped right over his stick for a good scoring chance for him.
No, it's not so easy to feather that puck in like that, huh?
Absolutely.
Keep it to keep it flat, let's say, so that it doesn't start wavering along.
It's called talent.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got it underway here. Slovenia does work the puck up into the American zone. They send in Tikar to try to get things going for their side. He drops it off for Mursak. Mursak right in front of Halbusic. The Americans are lucky to come away from that without giving up a goal. Oh! Opportunity, Slovenia!
Oh,
wow.
Save!
Halbusic! The net comes off of the moorings. It is Tikar. I think it was Rock Tikar who was, there he is. Rock Tikar was denied by Halbusic.
What a play by Ziga Pants right there. Nice move. We'll see nice pass right there by Mruzak. Nice pass right here by Pants. What a save by Halbusic.
Got a bit of his blocker out there, huh? Watch to the right of your screen.
Now we have Mruzak rushing, trying the net.
Wow. Now that's a different Slovenian side starting off this second period.
Absolutely, and United States got to be careful they don't become too nonchalant, because you never know what can happen.
As the tech guys get out onto the ice surface to get the American net back onto its moorings, Kopitar coach must be satisfied with what he's seeing from his Slovenian side in these early minutes. There you see Halbusic written right onto the right side of his mask, Winnipeg. Where do you find Winnipeg? Manitoba, Canada.
Absolutely. You know that place, don't you?
Yeah, it's, well, cold at times. Okay, the Americans getting it going here. Ben Smith just couldn't squeeze it. They work it over to Connor Murphy. It's worked back to Jimmy Visay. Jimmy Visay gets turned back. He gets it over to Connor Murphy. Murphy has better luck getting out to the mid-ice area, dumping it in. Eventually it is picked up by Pretnar. They whip it around the ice surface, and once again, Ratzinger, the captain, looked for a throw in. Ratzinger gets thrown into the back of the net by Seth Jones. No penalties.
Good sequences there by Slovenia right now. It's they're controlling the second period, the start of the second period anyways.
Watch there, Halbusic gets his big blocker out there. Slovenia keeps the puck in the American side. Once again, looking for that tip in. They work it deep down. A lot of the teams work the pucks deep down into the corners, and then they look for that centering pass.
Or back up again, back up to the point.
Okay, so those are the two options. Or right in front of the net, or back to the point, huh?
Sometimes the winger will take the defenseman spot.
Okay, some of the Slovenian fans there were not very happy. They thought there should have been a penalty be called against the United States there. The referee was of a different opinion. There we got the new addition out there, Charlie Coyle, number 33 for the Americans. As we were saying, he just came in. His first edition here, first time out in the ice. How long do you think it would take for a player like Charlie Coyle? Here come the Slovenians trying to get something coming back. It's Jeglish. He would dearly love to throw it out into the middle ice surface. Kopitar could not tap it in. How long does it take for a player like Charlie Coyle to integrate into a team?
Not real long. You gotta take away the change of time for sure, and then a game or two is gonna be fine.
Okay. Here comes big number 42, Danny Sexton. Comes around to Trevor Lewis, throws it out to the point. They cannot keep it in. It comes back over to Krug. He throws it right back up the Slovenian side. Seth Jones throws the puck over to the far side of the ice surface. The puck goes around to Kristan's left-hand side in the corner. And once again, it is picked up by Kovacevic. Robar. They try to set it up for Urbas, Jan Urbas. Americans handle that. They throw it out with big number 22, Trevor Lewis. And Kranish tries to get out, can. That shot comes in from the point onto Kristan. He sees it coming in all the way, coming in from Connor Murphy, and Kristan squeezes it. We get a stoppage and play in the Slovenian end.
Good job by Christian, not giving any rebounds right there. Keeping his team in fairly close to the game. So far, the start of the second period, it's advantage Slovenia.
Slovenia once again looking like a different team as compared to the first period up to this point anyway. Get themselves reorganized. I believe that was Mursak.
Oh.
Here comes the Americans.
Oh!
No goal for Eichel. I believe that was Jack Eichel.
What a move by him right there. I'm telling you, this guy is gonna have a hell of a career in the NHL. Oh, what a save by Elbusic.
On Panch. Panch had the golden opportunity. Americans looking for a quick turnaround. Visay is turned back. That is thrown in by Pretnar.
Miscommunication, went for a line change. What a move by Jack Eichel.
Let's see what happened there. Gets himself organized.
Good stick by Christian, almost trickling in the net. Just on the outside. A big save right here by Elbusic.
On Pretnar. Well, the thing is that the Slovenian side is creating opportunities. Huh?
Absolutely.
As they send in a Mursak, Jan Mursak. Mursak is out there playing with Ogranjacek, amongst others. Mursak tries to get the puck out. It bounces up into the mid-ice area. Ogranjacek.
Good play.
Here's an opportunity. Goal! Number 16, Muzic. Ales Muzic for Slovenia.
Good breakout play by a Slovenian team. East to west, one guy driving between the two Ds, right in the middle. Great backhand pass. Nice shot for a nice goal. Here's that breakout. East to west, right up the middle, quick passing. Great top shelf shot. Nothing Elbusic could do right there. Great pass by number 18 right there.
Number 18, Ogranjacek.
Absolutely. Got the pass, the puck on his stick, and as soon as he got it, the puck was gone, which was able to clear Music to get free against the two Ds. Good top shelf. Well deserved by Slovenia. They've been controlling the second period so far.
It was almost seemed like it was in the air. It seemed like it was coming, huh?
Absolutely.
And now, look at that, how a team can change from one period to the next, as you've said many times. And Slovenia keeps on coming. They feel it now. It's 2-1 USA over Slovenia. The team's working into deep down into the Slovenian zone. Riley has it in the corner, works it out, leaves it off for Lee. He was trying to get a tip in for number 21, Larkin, Dylan Larkin. Americans looking for a quick turnaround from Riley. Mike. Slovenia skating much better in this second period. It's Yeglish. Loses the puck. Here's an opportunity for the Americans. That's number 23, Hendricks, the captain. Turned away. Now we're going to get some end-to-end action. Shot comes down to Helbusic. He lets it go. Play continues. Oh, Kovacevic just couldn't squeeze it. And that is Urbas, Jan Urbas, working it out to the point. Kovacevic, big slap shot. Hits a body. That was Bonino, I think, who maybe took two hits.
Good block by Bonino.
Here comes Slovenia. Urbas drops it off for Gregoric. Puck came out. We got, I see. You don't agree? You don't think it came out all the way?
I don't know. Sorry, but it didn't seem that way from here.
And there is our Slovenian goal scorer, Ales Muzic. We're going to have a look at Brock Nelson's goals from the first period. Riley, Nelson in. That's the first one. Eichel has it over to Krug. Big slap shot from the point. And Nelson was at the right place, right spot, right time. And here comes the how the Slovenian goal developed. For Muzic, puts her up top. And it sits 2-1, the United States of America against Slovenia. Todd Richards hoping that his team can turn up a bit of the pace here, as we will be getting back to the action. Just over 11 left in the second. And the puck eventually comes right back to Connor Murphy. Tristan leaves the puck for his defenseman. Brock Nelson throws it right at Tristan. There's a big screen in front of the Slovenian net.
Good play by Nelson, just throwing the puck at net. Traffic in front, almost deflected in.
Lewis bulldogs that puck out. Gets it off to Nelson. He does it behind the backer. Nelson is waiting in front of the net. Once again, Lewis working it from behind the net. Out to Brock. Connor Murphy. Down to Lewis. Eichel. Big slap shot from Smith. Penalty coming. Penalty coming. Interference?
Yeah, on the contact with the goalie.
With Brock Nelson. Let's see. Watch right in front of the net. Okay. Brock Nelson gets himself 2 minutes for interference for the American side, and now we will see the Slovenian power play coming out.
Yes. Big opportunity for them. Tying the game up 2-2 would be an achievement by itself so far.
In fact, that's right. Urbas, Jan Urbas. Okay, resumption of play to the right of Helbusic, the American goalie. Americans are able to get that puck down the ice surface. It is a Slovenian power play. Coming up to 150 left, just getting started. They get themselves organized behind their net. Bonino trying to bring some pressure. That puck is worked off to Urbas. He wants to drop it off maybe to the point, but the Americans are bringing pressure. Jeglish, Ziga. He's helped out by Urbas. They work it in behind the American net. That's Kopitar having it out to the point, picked up by Robar. Eventually Kovacevic moves it back in. Kovacevic throws it at the American net. Jeglic back to Kovacevic. And that was a shot by Robar, just going wide. As we see Kovacevic picking up the puck, but he changes his mind. No long stretch pass as they send out Kranish to get things organized. They send down Tikar on the far side of the ice surface. He's joined by Morsak. Big slap shot from the point. Bounces behind the American net. Oh. Some people thought there should have been a penalty called on Hendricks, the American captain, for cross-checking there. Coming up on about 20 seconds left right now in the Slovenian power play. Here comes the rush once again. Back to the point. Setting up the slap shot.
Oh,
that last shot.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, on Mursak. Mursak had the open side of the net. Karl Busick squeezes it. Number 39, Jan Mursak right there had the open side of the net.
What a save by Karl Busick.
There's the original shot coming in. Rebound to Mursak. Oh, caught the defenseman.
Wow, good
Connor
job,
Murphy.
Murphy. Right in the hip.
Here's Hendricks, the captain, coming in on, well, you could have called that a cross-check, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he took down Kranish there. Okay, teams are back at full strength. As the Americans tried to bring some pressure now, trying to get that goal back. No, here comes Slovenia. 2-on-1. Ooh, nice dipsy doodling by Music there to avoid the American D-man. Here comes the Slovenians keeping pressure on the Americans. The Americans look all bottled up in their own zone. Big scramble in front of Helbusic. He's able to get his glove on it.
Good job by Slovenia, controlling the puck, protecting the puck, not forcing anything. Puck behind to the D, traffic in front. Good shot.
As we finally had a look at number 4 from the Slovenian side, Andrei Tablier. Well, obviously Slovenia has turned things around in this second period. Vidmar and company are skating completely different as compared to their first outing.
Absolutely. It's been Slovenia second period.
They have closed the gap. Obviously, there's lots of time left in the second period here. Gardner and Moore and Jones discussing things. We will get a resumption of play in the American zone to the right of Helbusic, their goalie. Slovenia would dearly love to win this face-off and draw it right back to their big number 86 Kovacevic, who has a blistering slap shot. And no, a little bit too far. It jumps out into the mid-ice area. There's a race for it there. Lee thought he had the Slovenians bottled up, but no. And Slovenia brings it right back. Oh, Jeglish
Good stick by Arcabello.
Here comes Arcabello looking for the quick turnaround. Trying to feed it into Charlie Coyle. Arcabello, Coyle. Coyle takes a bump. He gives a couple back. He could get.
Yeah.
He's getting a penalty.
That is a bad
Charlie
penalty right there.
Charlie. What are you doing?
That's a bad penalty right there. Good hit against him. You gotta take the hit, take the number. Here's a good hit, clean hit with the shoulder.
From Robar.
Then watch the reaction from Charlie Coyle right there. One is good. Right there, that's a extra one that's gonna get caught.
Yeah, it came up around the head as well. So if you happen to have a referee who is really picky, he could have given him 2+2, huh?
The first one was a good hit, but second one, retaliation, selfish penalty, put your team in trouble.
And Slovenia once again gets a power play, and they've got their hot hand out there, Jan Mursak, number 39. He would dearly love to get another opportunity. He missed that. Connor Murphy went down and took away his sure goal.
Absolutely.
As they send in, amongst others, Tikar, Rock. Tikar, they are able to keep possession in the American zone. Big slap shot. Oh, opportunity! Paul Busick denies Slovenia.
Good job by Slovenia, passing the puck around, going to the net. Nice move.
From Blas Gregorish.
There's a good
Right
slap
there.
pass right there. Trying to look for Murzak down low, but Murzak's got a stick in the air. Rebound by himself, but El Busick is right there, get the puck.
Gregorish, Blas. Okay, Arcobello. They get the face-off, and they are able to get it out of the zone.
Definitely like to see Kopitar get involved.
Arcobello trying to bring some forechecking, and does get the results. The Americans are able to intercept that puck in the mid-ice area and throw the Slovenians right into their own end. 1 minute left in the Slovenian power play. A couple players ran into one another right at the mid-ice area. Oh, opportunity for the Americans!
Oh! Nice move by Arcabella.
Tell you the truth, for a second there, I thought he had it in. No goal. It remains 2-1 USA. It would have been an American shorthanded goal. Slovenia gets it set up. Mursak having it over to Robar. Mursak hanging to the far side of the American net. That's Kopitar. That shot goes up into the netting. We get a stoppage in play.
And good stick by Hendricks right there, getting right in front of that shooting lane. There's that good move.
Yeah, that good opportunity from Arcobello. It's by.
Just a little outside.
Yeah.
Right to the left of the net.
Tristan went to
actually hits the outside of the post as well.
Yeah. Tristan wanted to go for the old poke check. Pranic, the Slovenian defenseman in that situation, was in a tough situation, just as the Americans were, but they are able to get out of this. Teams are back at full strength as the teams are battling for the puck along the boards. Kopitar comes out with it, looking for the quick wraparound. He doesn't get it, so he takes the puck, drags it out into up to the blue line. There.
Oh, nice play.
That was for Kovacevic.
Nice stick.
Just over 4 left in the second.
Another missed opportunity for the power play for Slovenia to get back to even score.
Here's Kopitar to Kovacevic. Just didn't get enough wood on it, huh?
Fended on it.
Or you could say he just didn't get enough carbon fiber onto it. I don't know how. Is there still a lot of wood in those sticks that they're making these days? No.
It's all that one-piece stick now.
Okay, Brock Nelson for the Americans, taking it in behind Christian and the Slovenian net, using that big body of his. Puck, however, is popped out into the mid-ice area. The Americans clear the zone and come right back at it. There's Brock bringing in. Brock rocked Mina Stebeth, number 14. And that is Lewis having it back in. It's picked up by the Americans. They keep the presence in the Slovenian zone. Lewis once again has it back to the point. They move it over to Riley. Riley looking for the tip in for Eichel. Play continues. There's a good opportunity. Oh, nice job from Riley getting that stick in there to take that opportunity away from Muzic. Eichel. Leaving it out to Riley, Mike Riley. Falk is out there for the Americans. He handles the D-man duties. Comes to him. He looks for the long stretch pass. Actually touched, I believe, by Eichel. Smith causes a turnover. Smith, 1, 2. He had at least 2 opportunities at it. Then Christian, the Slovenian goalie, was able to jump on it and get a stoppage of play.
Good job by him right away. Noticing the dangerous attack of Smith, just jumping on that stick, on that puck, excuse me.
Here comes that hit, I believe, from, yes, Brock coming in and giving Stebeth an old shaker-upper.
Yeah, it's a good hit, clean hit.
Kovacevic is able to just get the puck out of his own zone. Yeglish, Ziga wants to get it reorganized. Let's move it over to Robar. Robar leaves it off for Kopitar. They eventually picked up Jan Urbas. Here comes Urbas. Urbas does have some moves. Urbas is able to keep the puck in the American zone. Kopitar goes in to try and get something going for his own side. As we see, the Americans are able finally. Here's an opportunity. Oh, it looked like a nice opportunity being set up by Larkin, Dylan Larkin. And half opportunity for Slovenia, but they get stopped. That's Mursak.
Slovenia has slowed down a little bit at the end of the second period. It was all Slovenia in the first half of the second period. Right now it's slowed down a little bit. Hopefully they get more gas, more benzene in the engine to keep going and try to give a good scare to USA.
And the new addition, Charlie Coyle, is out there. Have you seen, well, Alex Leon is the new goalie that was brought in from Yale University. He's going to have to wait to get some ice time. That is number 24, obviously, Rock Tikar.
Rock.
Okay. Charlie Coyle making his way to set up in front of the Slovenian net. Eventually, it's Panch, Ziga Panch, is able to bring it out, throws it right down onto Helbusic. Helbusic squeezes that puck because he saw there were 2 blue jerseys coming to him immediately, and he said, well, you know what, let's not do this.
No.
Okay, Nelson is talking it over with Krug. They would dearly love to get that puck down to the Slovenian end and get a late goal against Slovenia. And plus, of course, Brock Nelson would then get his hat trick. Arcobello. Krug got that stick up kind of high, but the Americans are able to keep it in with Lewis in the Slovenian end. They work it in behind the net. That's Brock Nelson. After 40 seconds left in the second. Nelson. He can't get anything going. Eventually, Ziglish. Here's an opportunity for Kopitar. Kopitar drags the puck around the peripheral ice surface. I believe that was Kovacevic who got a shot in. Arcobello throws it down. The Americans were looking for a long stretch pass against the Brock. It's going to come back down into the American zone. This is exactly what Slovenia wants. And a late face-off in the American zone. Would you do something so out of the ordinary to pull the goalie here in the second period to try and catch the Americans?
13 seconds too much.
Too much, okay.
Yeah.
Just a thought, just a thought.
5 seconds, 6, 7, yeah.
Because Slovenia has won 22 face-offs against the Americans 13. Actually, you're right. Actually, they should not have done anything of that nature. And eventually that's picked up by Tikar. Rock Tikar. That's it. End of the second. 2-1 USA over Slovenia. Muzic, he got the goal for the Slovenian side. They cut down the American lead. The teams will be talking it over in the dressing rooms. We will be talking over with you in 15. Go get yourself a sandwich. We will see you soon. Hi, we're getting ready to get underway this third period between Slovenia and the United States of America as we have a good look at Ratzinger, Tomas Ratzinger, the captain for the Slovenian side. Slovenia came out totally different in the second period. The first period was, well, kind of a disaster, going down 2-0 against the Americans. Brock the Rock Nelson popped in a couple goals. And then it was Muzic, number 16 for the Slovenian side, cutting the American lead in half. And there he is, big Helbusek, leading his team back out onto the ice surface for this third period of this game against Slovenia. The United States seem to have been back on their heels a bit for a bit of that second period. They can ill afford that. And Patrice, your good friend, Todd Richards, do you think he got down to brass tacks with the team there in the dressing room?
Well, definitely. I'm sure he's telling, we're a little bit too nonchalant in the second period. We opened the door for Slovenia and gave them a chance to think that they could come back and tie us or beat us. So we got to make sure we got to play the same way we've played in the first period. Dominate, play our same system, the usual system that we usually play, and things should be fine.
As we see, there's no change in the goaltending duties, as we have Helbusek for the Americans and Kristan, actually, Robbie Kristan, number 33 for the Slovenian side. Now,
both goalies actually solid, had to make some good saves on each side, so nothing to talk about against the goalies right now.
In fact, number 39, Jan Mursak, had a golden opportunity to tie it up. He had an open netter, but it was a huge Mike Riley, number 6 for the Americans, going down and taking one for his team. He kept it at 2-1 as it sits right now. USA against Slovenia. We are underway. Eventually, big Kovacevic, number 86, gets himself organized. Long stretcher pass down the ice surface, no icing being called. We've seen that over and over and over again, those long stretch passes, or on the same side, or cutting right across in the mid-ice area. The teams obviously are responding by clogging up that mid-ice area and starting to take away those long cross-ice stretch passes. Offside against the American side there. As we have a good look at number 22, Trevor Lewis. And Trevor Lewis plays his hockey there with the LA Kings. There's a few guys with the LA Kings, huh?
Yes.
Lewis, Kopitar.
Absolutely.
Okay. Riley having it out. Brock Nelson! Brock Nelson! Third goal! Brock Nelson gets his hat trick. 3-1 USA over Slovenia.
Well, the whole play started with a good breakout by with the USA. Good pass for Riley to...
Oh, hold on. They're giving the goal to Jack Eichel.
Touched him, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let's see exactly how it goes. There's Nelson's shot. Seth Jones comes away. Hold on.
Kind of touched his stick, maybe.
Eichel.
Yeah.
Okay, Brock Nelson's shot hit Jack Eichel's. And look at Jack Eichel's skates. Now, if you were the coach of Slovenia, would you call for a review of that goal?
No, skates were all right.
Okay.
Good job by Nelson, though, starting everything going speed in the middle, neutral zone. Good shot at net, good rebound by Seth Jones. Nelson taking his rebound, and unfortunately for him, it touched Eichel's stick.
Now, do you think Eichel is going to have to buy a beer for Brock Nelson after the game?
Absolutely.
Okay, I said it was a hat trick for Brock Nelson. That is not true. He stays at 2 goals, and now Jack Eichel has 1 goal. Pardon me. Helbusek working it out for Larkin, Dylan Larkin. Visay. is able to recover for that bad pass. But Slovenia brings itself in to the game by sending in number 51, Robar. The Americans handle that easily, throwing it right back down into the Slovenian side, as we had a good look there at Andrei Talvier as he was being taken right into the boards. Seth Jones, with some patience, is able to take that and corral that puck. That got past Jimmy Visay. Ben Smith hunts it down as we see Falk. Here's an opportunity, half opportunity for Slovenia. Here's a better shot going off of Lee.
Good job by blocking the puck in front. So Slovenia right there having a chance, excuse me, to put some pressure on the net and tried a little pass to Kopitar instead of shooting a puck, maybe hoping for a rebound.
Now, tonight it's been all Eichel, Nelson, huh?
Absolutely.
For the between assists and goals, putting things together for the American side. That was Mursak trying to set things up. They had it there for a second. Ograniasek throwing it down. Mursak tries to skate her down. Bonino hunting down that puck for the Americans in the Slovenian zone. It actually gets across the blue line. Here's an opportunity for Slovenia.
Ziga Pants.
Ziga Pants.
Not a bad play. Get the puck, throw it at that net. Never know what can happen. Might touch the stick of Helbusic or go back to your teammate and have a chance for a goal.
But again, that entire opportunity came about because the Slovenians made that opportunity for themselves by bringing in some pressure.
Create a turnover in neutral zone.
Slovenia cannot get the shot off, and eventually it is Stevet who has to turn back the Americans. And into Stevet, comes in, gets the puck around, but not out. Okay. Brock Nelson has it out to the point. There's the shot coming in from Moore. Nelson over to Moore. Moore brings it right back in. He leaves it for Eichel. Eichel has it out to the point. I believe that's Krug taking a wrist shot. Krug follows up on his rebound, gets it.
The one thing that's negative about Eichel is he does a lot of long shifts. He's gonna have to learn about that. He goes play NHL. Intensity is diverse, and you're gonna have to do shorter shifts.
How long do you think you should be shifting? About 20 seconds, 30
20,
seconds?
25, 30, not longer.
Well, in college hockey, you can get shifts getting out there about 45 seconds, you're saying?
Probably, yes. But right now he's doing a little bit of longer shifts, and sometimes holding out to the puck too long. He's tired, and he's creating bad habits and turnovers for USA.
That was what we saw just before. There was an opportunity for Jeglic, Ziga Jeglic, number 8 for the Slovenian side. They get themselves reorganized so that they can come right back down again and try once again. Big, huge slap shot from Kovacevic. Goes wide. Play continues. Puck comes out to Kovacevic again. Kopitar tries to help out Urbas. Puck is thrown down into the mid-ice area. There are immediately 2 American players near it. They are able to they are almost able to cause the Slovenians to cough up the puck. In fact, their goalie Kristan had to get involved. Now both teams get fresh legs out onto the ice surface. As we see Pranish bringing it down amongst others. There was a Slovenian player went down hard onto the ice. That was number 24, Tikar, Rock Tikar. That was a half of an opportunity. Now it gets turned in. There's Coyle. Was trying to bring it into the slot area. That shot from the American D-man goes off a leg into the corner. That's Big Lee battling it out with two Slovenians. As Kristan, that puck eventually comes into Kristan. That shot coming in from Moore, John Moore Jr. As we look at the scoring duo there, Eichel and Nelson. Here's Nelson. Time on the ice tonight, 12:33. But it's his combos and shots that he's been doing with Eichel that has been producing. Well, actually, that first goal, actually, Mike Riley was involved. And that was not good. That's when Brock thought he could go in and sit on top of Kristan, the goalie from Slovenia. He's been dishing out a few hits as well. And that's the last Nelson assist, Eichel goal. That brings it to a 3-1 situation that we have right now.
Absolutely. That's why Nelson was laughing when he shot. He thought he scored because he saw that it touched the stick of Eichel. So like you said, he's definitely going to have to buy him a beer.
Unless Eichel can win this face-off, getting it over to Brock so Brock can get his hat trick. Then it would be Brock who has to get the beer for Eichel, huh? It gets complicated.
Yes.
Okay. That puck bounces up into the netting. We will get a resumption of play as we have a look at Ziga Panch.
Ziga Panch, who played for the Bolzano Foxes in the Ebel in Austria. Bolzano are located in Italy.
In the northeast area of Italy.
Exactly, Alto Adige.
There's Verlish.
Genau.
Out for the quick shot coming in from the high face-off area for the Slovenians. Turned away by Helbusek into his left corner. Riley. He was going to try and center it out to Lewis. Lewis couldn't get good wood onto it. And eventually it's picked up by Tablier. The puck remains in. Oh, here's a huge opportunity for Brock. Brock, is he going to shoot? No! He puts it off to Seth Jones. Seth Jones wires her in there. And old Kristan is able to squeeze it.
Absolutely. Good job by Nelson. Good job by Nelson putting that pressure on the blue line. The Slovenian player brought the puck back inside the zone, so the offside was waved off. Give an opportunity for Nelson on Eichel, do 2-on-1, and the defenseman played well, took Eichel away. Nelson was out of possibilities.
And we're back to the action as Yeglish pulls it into the American zone. He feeds it back to the point. Puck works it. There's Krug. Keeping an eye on Yeglish. Urbas was in there as well. It's brought up by Kopitar. It's at the point to Robar. Robar takes a long screen shot in on Helbusek. And it gets deflected up into the netting. We're going to get another face-off coming up in the American zone. As we have a look at the D-man, Robar. He usually is out there with Kovacevic, number 86, usually.
Good crowd again today.
Yes, excellent. The crowds have been actually very good at this entire tournament. And my compliments to the organization committee. They've had a big job and they have responded.
Absolutely.
No icing. Play goes on. The Slovenians trying to up the tempo, up the speed to bring some sort of pressure onto. Now some Slovenian fans thought there that there should have been a penalty called. I think that's Murzak that went down. The referee is not of the same opinion. Arcobello bringing in good work into the corner. Jake Gardner bringing it out for the Americans. Gardner leaves it off. He was heading into front of the Slovenian net. He thought he could maybe get a tip in. Arcobello gets himself organized, throws it right at the Slovenian net. And eventually, it's Gregoric Blas who moves it out into the mid-ice area. As we are creeping up to 10 minutes left in the third, we get a stoppage in play. In fact, it's 10 minutes, 12 seconds left. Now, if you were the head coach of, if you were Kopitar of your Slovenian side, when would you start? Would you start throwing out new combos of players right now, or would you just stick to the game plan?
No, I think you know, I think they've been doing pretty good. They've had a lot of pressure. Like they had a good second period. Right now, they're not doing that bad either. I think you just keep going with that, keep plugging with that, and make sure that they put a lot of rubber on the puck, on the net, excuse me, and crash the net.
As we have a look at Stebet, he took a good rocking hit from Brock Nelson a while ago. He seems to obviously okay. Mujic gets the face-off for the Slovenian side, and it's Pretnar throwing it into the American zone. That's exactly what the Slovenians have to do. Keep on throwing it right in at Helbusic and the American side. Try and get some sort of pressure, but the Americans have been able to respond up to this point in the game. Funny little rebound there, or deflection actually, from Bonino, coming right in on Kristan, the Slovenian goalkeeper, and he squeezes it as we will have the new face-off in the Slovenian side, and I believe it will be Kopitar taking the face-off. He will be joined out there, amongst others, by Kovacevic. Puck does not get out. And once again, it is the Nelson-Eichel scoring combo out there on the ice surface right now. Nelson showing some speed. Found on the shot from the point. Krug walks in with the puck. It walks out to the point once again. Thrown in by Falk. The puck bounces up into the netting. And we get a stoppage in play once again as we have a look at big Justin Falk. Number 27 from the American side. Referees did not like how that face-off came off, and they said, you know what, we're going to redo it.
So they touched him, touched the center with a skate, which you are not allowed in European rules.
And the puck is kept in by Larkin, Dylan Larkin. Here's a 3-on-2 for Slovenia. Excellent opportunity for Slovenia! That was a beautiful shot from Raktikar. Helbusic turns him back.
Good 3-on-2 possibility for Slovenia on a turnover by number 21, United States Larkin.
Hendricks, the American captain. He falls. He's joined out there by Larkin. And they got Tikar and Kranic, amongst others, out there for the Slovenian side right now. Visay leaves it off for Smith. Smith to Visay. That is broken up, thrown into the mid-ice area. New legs onto the ice. As Mark Arcobello leaves the puck off for Big Riley, Mike Riley. He's got a bit of a problem there with Muzic. Muzic bulldogs his way in there, gets it over Panic. Punch. Visay. Offside.
Just made a move, an extra move, and coming in the blue line. It's all about learning how to play the north-south game.
As you're saying, oftentimes, we're going to have a look at the scoring so far in the game, but as we've seen it before, but you're saying that quite often the young players hang on to the puck too long.
Absolutely. Usually the saying is in the NHL, when you go, the three guys go, and the puck is either going to be passed right away, right before the blue line or in the blue line, or if not, it's dumped in, because everybody's going full speed, so you cannot stop. Make an extra move, it's going to cause an offside like they did right there.
Good point. There's a happy campers, Eichel and Nelson for the American side. Okay, we had a resumption going. Slovenia trying a quick breakout into the American zone. The Americans recover. Yeglish. Kopitar. Yeglish. Trying to keep it in the American zone. Neither can Robar. Now again, the Slovenian fans.
Every time somebody falls down, there's whistles. Should be penalty all the time.
Obviously, the referees are saying no.
Oh.
Here's an opportunity. I believe that was. Here come the Americans. They get themselves real. No, the Americans get turned back once again by the Slovenian side. Kristan cannot corral that puck. Visay for the Americans working out from behind the Slovenian net. There was the fake, comes over to Gardner. Jake Gardner goes deep behind the Slovenian net, keeps possession of the puck. Over to Arcobello, he cannot squeeze it. Out into mid-ice area. Long stretch pass, intercepted. Good job for the Slovenians not to go offside, and we are getting a penalty. Smith having a couple words there.
Oh, I told him
with Pretnar.
Yeah, I told him not to dive.
Jones gets himself 2 minutes. Here's Pretnar coming in. Jones comes up.
Oh yeah, that is a big 2 minutes.
That's I would say that is not that big of a dive. Not a dive at all, huh?
No, Smith told him that.
Yeah.
Probably didn't see the replay.
Big opportunity for Slovenia. Huge opportunity for Slovenia if they want to just make it a one-goal game, well, obviously. It's Kopitar against Arcobello. Slovenia keeps it in, gets it out to the point. Working it deep down behind Busick and the American net. Kopitar to the point. Back to the Kopitar. Screen shot goes wide. I believe that was Urbas standing right in front of Kopitar. That puck bounces, I think, even outside of the American bench. Kopitar the director of operations, obviously out there on their power play. Jegliš, number 8, picks it up for the Slovenian side. Kopitar drags it in along the boards into the corner. Jegliš comes up with it, works it back to Kopitar. Kopitar gets some space. He's able to work it out to the point. The Americans break it up, throw it down the ice surface. About 1:10 left in the Slovenian power play. Long stretch pass coming from Kristan, their goalie, trying to catch the Americans, slow on a change. The Americans send it right back down to Kristan. This time he moves it to his D-man. As that is Mursak setting it up for the Slovenian side on that ice surface, trying to keep trying to draw the Americans out of position to get a good tip in or shot opportunity. That opportunity goes wide as the puck eventually comes to Rakhtikar. Now it's corralled by Ogranjasek. There's the big, oh, the tip in was there for a second. Mursak once again had an opportunity just for a split second. But now the team's Helbusek thought he was going to go for a long stretch pass himself, rethought about it, and we're back at full strength for the teams. Just under 4 left in the third. Here come Slovenia. Oh, they had a couple whacks at Helbusek.
So they shoot the puck at net, go for rebounds right there. That's what they're going to do more right now, 3:40.
Pretnar starts moving it around. Nope, it comes right back to Pretnar. Oh, Pretnar is intercepted. Well, that was by Brock Nelson. About who else?
Oops.
Can't get through. Doesn't look like any penalties being called there.
Fortunate.
And that is Kovacevic who picks it up for the Slovenian side. And Kopitar and Jegliš trying to force the Americans to cough up that puck. Lee does it half so, but eventually that puck does wind up once again down into the Slovenian side. Kopitar trying to get something organized for his side. Kopitar in there with Lee. Falk. Eventually he's able to work it back to the point.
Extra attacker for Slovenia.
It's 6-on-5. Slovenia has pulled its goalie. Good point, Patrice. 6-on-5. They have it at the point. There comes the long shot in on Helbusek. He squeezes it, stoppage and play.
Look for a timeout by Slovenia.
We're going to have a look at Mursak again. This is his opportunity off of that rebound. Oh, just came to escape.
Big save by Helbusek.
You know what? If I may say, I'm not an expert, but the difference between Brock Nelson and Mursak seems that Mursak is just a little bit too tight on the goal. Nelson hangs back a little bit more.
That all depends about the position you have to play, but that's not a bad point.
That way, Brock Nelson, you know, it doesn't get that puck caught up in the skates like Mursak. But yeah, you're saying that is very different. If you're supposed to be the screen man, then it's a different situation.
Big face-off here for Kopitar. Try to win it. If not, it's going to be in their own net.
As we were saying before, Slovenia has pulled its goalie. Kristan has been pulled out. And making it a 6-on-5 game against the Americans right now. There it is, empty, Slovenian net. 2:15 left in the third. Therefore, Kopitar, it is imperative that he wins this faceoff. He does not. Arcobello gets it off him. And the Americans immediately try and whip it out into the mid-ice area. Seth Jones around the boards, but not out. Yes, it did come out.
Yeah, that's a bad play right there. It's going to be all the way down in his own zone.
Yeglish, maybe he didn't see the puck come out, huh? Or he should have seen the linesman putting up his arm. As we see Kristan. Kristan comes out to go back into the net for Slovenia. 2 minutes left in the third. And once again, it's Kopitar against Arcobello.
Watch for the goalie come out as soon as they go up the ice. There he goes.
There he's starting to go already. Kristan is going out. Slovenia is throwing in a sixth attacker. They just have to establish possession of that puck in the American zone. Kopitar does, right behind Helbusic, the American goalie, waiting for the big tip in. Yeglish had a couple of shots at it. Now Yeglish goes down. Maybe he caught a stick. Comes right back up again. A little bit chatter coming in from the American captain, Hendricks, Matt. Right there, Kopitar's. We're looking it in. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but anyway, the ensuing face-off is not to the satisfaction for the referee, so we're going to redo it again. Comes out to the point.
Good block.
Big slap shot.
Good block again. Good
Two
job
by Bonino.
Absolutely.
He could get himself a goalie's job. Bonino stops two huge slap shots from the point, from Urbas maybe.
He's probably going to score right now. It's going to be rewarded. Wouldn't be surprised.
We're coming up, sneaking up on 1 minute left in the third. Slovenia has to go its ways down there. You will see that Slovenia's net is empty because they have pulled their goalie, giving themselves 6 attackers against the American 5. They throw it deep down into the American zone. They want to flood the zone with those 6 bodies, setting up the sniper, getting him some space. There's the slap shot coming in from the point. Kopitar's centering pass goes wide. And here's an opportunity for Americans to get an empty net or no. Long slapper coming on Helbusic. It's an icing call against Slovenia.
There's a weird play. There's a blocks by Bonino.
Mursak.
There's one. There's two.
Kranic got those 2 shots. Getting a slap shot off the skate like that, you take a bit of a risk, huh?
Yeah, it's a little bit painful.
The teams are along the, got the puck along the boards there. The seconds are whittling down. 5, 4, 3, it's gonna end like this. USA takes home a win. 3 USA, Slovenia 1, that's it. MVPs, my friend.
I'm gonna go with Nelson, obvious choice for USA.
Brock Nelson.
And I'm torn between number 16, Music, or the goalie, Christian.
Well, can they have 2?
No.
Okay, let's go with the goalie, Christian. You know, come on, that's not easy to walk in against the big, high-powered American side, okay?
Absolutely.
Wait for just a few seconds, and we will find out if, as usually, we are correct. They're getting ready, getting themselves organized. Okay. Exactly what we said. There you go. Okay, that's it. USA 3, Slovenia 1. Come on back in a little while. We got some more big powerhouse teams coming out to play hockey at the World Ice Hockey Championships 2015 edition. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of the United States of America. Two.